Guys, this is my good friend Jason Canton, and I were at Atlantic City at the opening of Planet Hollywood, one of my early locations. It was a huge night for both of us. It's the night Don Rickles actually insulted me, but I wanted to make this post because it's about people who have come to work for me and whose lives I changed, but also who helped change my life. I think you're going to enjoy this. Stick around. Guys, I made this post back in like 2015 on my Facebook page. It says, if you are now or have ever worked for me, I would love it if you would leave a comment on your experience, either good or bad. I was just trying to connect with some old employees. The first one to hit me up was Dan. Dan worked for me at Planet Hollywood. It says, going back to away in the 90s. But that was, I remember it was you. You were the bomb. Dan was great. I said, I actually forgot about that. Dan's a good friend. I forgot he even worked for me. That was back in like 93. It says 95, but it was 93. I've had hundreds and hundreds of friends over the years and thousands of employees. So I really wanted to touch base and see who would reach out. The next was Michael Harmon. This was a long time ago. He said, well, if we have work for you, I did, and you kept me laughing until my cheeks hurt. The next one was Terrence Bynum. Terrence Bynum worked for the airlines as a flight attendant. Some of the best times. You made my dreams of living in New York so much easier for me to make a reality. Love you, buddy. And of course, I clicked back and I gave him some accolades. Guys, I can't do it without you. The worker has to be the one who does all the work. You were a huge blessing to me in my life and my company. There will always be a spot with you anytime. I've hired 4 or 5 of his friends over the years. Next up is Kevin Snedeker. He just recently passed away. God bless you, Kevin. He said he worked for me at 94, 84 back at Burger King. I never worked at Burger King, so he was just busting my balls. Yazel's one of my biggest success stories. She owns all of her own businesses now. She actually did really well in Chicago. She says she's been working for me since 2012. In fact, she says I work for her now, which is pretty much true. She is one of my biggest success stories, but you can't tell her nothing. You can never be her boss because she's never wrong about anything. So I'm very happy to see that she is still doing well. She actually runs 3 of my places right now. She's partnered with me on everything I've done, and she's a phenomenal hospitality expert. So you've probably seen her on my show. All right, who's next on the chopping block here? Do 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 do. Lots of people showed up. This is Nikki Shrestha. She's now, I believe, an FBI agent. You were the coolest boss I ever met. Nadine and Dinesh, both of my managers, were the best managers of all time. It was a good experience for me. She was wonderful and beautiful. Lisa Parsons, my dear friend. Lisa was one of my very first employees at Planet Hollywood. It was the best time ever. Chicken Crunch, Planet Hollywood specialty. The after parties, the Miami Heat, Sylvester Stallone, Bill Bellamy, who was my good homie. We really had a great time. I had to get back to her, and I said, I have literally had thousands of employees over the years. You were in that very first wave. Those were the best times ever. In fact, she was my first manager. We were young. We didn't give a crap. Now she has several kids, and she's doing very well in Northern California. Good for her. The next on the chopping block is Lala Monik. Oh, Lala was so fine and so sweet. You are the best, always went above and beyond for me. Love you. The next one is actually very famous. This is Antoine Smith. You know him as the lead in the Michael Jackson play on Broadway. He's also done Miss Saigon. He won a Grammy and an Emmy for The Color Purple. He's phenomenal. I said, you were there for me at a time when I thought I was going to have to leave New York City, but by some miracle, you came into my life at the exact moment I truly needed it. I'm forever grateful. And I'm forever grateful to his friendship, and he was probably the very best worker I ever had. Absolutely phenomenal. And I tell him there, if you want to read that, I'm not going to go through all that. So Antoine was phenomenal. I said if his Broadway career fizzles, he can always come back. Then I had to say this, guys. It's important. I really didn't make this thread to prove how great I am, but it does feel nice to have these wonderful things said. I know there's at least 100 people on Facebook that have come through my company, and I like the fact that so many of you have worked together in different years, and from different walks of life, all sharing moments on this post. I love it. Gas Monroe, that is AP9's little brother. He is a big hip-hop star in Atlanta now. He's from Oakland. He's talking about Mob Shop. That was a record label that I helped him get off the ground, opening doors, helping build the vision, donating money, spending our time. So that was a great experience. He's phenomenal. He's doing really well in Las Vegas. He got like 5 kids. Everybody here got kids but me. What's going on here? And then next on the chopping block is my boy Alex Ortiz. I took this kid under my wing, and he now is a big shop manager of several locations in New York. He changed my life in the service industry. I'm now manager of a few restaurants and meet a lot of famous people in your company. You're a blessing. Thank God I met you. Alex was great. Then Dominique Parks was one of my first employees at Motown. Sometimes more than fair, funny, considerate, not sure I'm describing a boss, but a true friend. And last but not least is my girl Diamond. My experience was dope. We made lots of cash together, and I gained a lot of experience. This was in 2015 that I made this post. She came back to work for me, I think, in 2018 or 19 for another 4 years. Now she's a big shot with the MTA. All right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this. I just reached out on my Facebook page because I had so many people that I wanted to see what they were doing now. I'm sure there are hundreds others that did not see the post or reach out. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope you took away the lesson that you can help people. You can really make a difference in people's lives, and that's what I've done, and these people have also made a difference in my life, and I will forever remember them. I'm so grateful and thankful to have this opportunity to help people and to have those people go on and do things. So many of these people have helped their families and have gone on to have children, and I am truly grateful. God bless. As always, guys, please be kind and loving to each other. Make sure you hit the subscribe, ring the little bell so you get notifications, and whatever you do in your life, take time to try to help and uplift others, and they will do the same.